Have you ever wondered what realtors actually say after they leave your house? Or what happens after you submit an offer? Today, we're pulling back the curtain. We're talking about the conversations buyers and sellers never hear. And trust me, some of them might surprise you. So grab your coffee or something stronger and let's unrake it.
Let's do it.
All right. Welcome to Real Estate UnRaked, episode number 47.
Here we go.
Hello, everybody.
3 away from 50, guys.
Yeah,
And they say this thing doesn't really start taking off till we get to episode 100.
I know. So, well, we have 2 followers right now listening to this. That's about it. What?
No, we got more than that.
Okay.
That's great.
Okay.
We're definitely in double, and I think we've hit triple digits, actually.
Nice.
Excellent.
So we're doing good. But we do want to see the comments.
Yeah. And please.
But anyhow,
comment.
before we jump into this great conversation piece today, it is dad joke time.
All right. Well, I'm going to change it up today. No wife joke today. I'm going to let her have a break today.
Denise, we still love you, just so you know.
Yes, we do. Very much so. So I saw a man standing on one leg at an ATM. Confused, I asked him, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm just checking my balance."
Oh, boy. That's good. I like that one.
How do poets say hello?
I don't know.
Hey, haven't we metaphor?
Metaphor. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Did you guys know where our IT guy went off to?
No, where?
Probably ransomware.
Ransomware. Ransomware.
I know, that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
That's why dad jokes are dad jokes.
That's why, for sure.
You know, I got some good ones when I stay at the house all the time, and everybody just shakes their head and they're laughing as they walk away. They just don't want to see them laughing at the stuff I say. I don't get the credit I deserve sometimes.
This is part of being a man and a husband.
Yeah.
That's what makes it a dad joke.
Yeah.
All right. So today we are it's going to be fun. We're going to give you guys a backstage pass on what is actually really happening during a real estate transaction. No gossip, no drama, just the honest conversations that happen behind closed doors every single day.
And honestly, if you bought a new home or sold bought a new home, well, if you bought a home or sold a home before, you've probably wondered, what are they saying after they leave? Well, today you are going to find out.
I thought you'd never ask.
And don't worry, we're not naming names
Yet.
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 All right. Well, you know, HIPAA protects doctors, and unfortunately, there's no realtor HIPAA.
Don't worry, your secrets are safe.
All right, so we're going to be talking about what realtors really say after a listing appointment. So let's set the scene here. We leave the listing appointment. We get into the car. What's the first conversation?
I'll go first.
Oh, yeah. What do you got?
The first thing I'm usually asking is, did they actually want our advice, or are they just looking for someone to agree with them? You know, were they listening to what we were saying? You know, did they interrupt constantly? Did they already have a number in mind? Were they interviewing or shopping for the highest price?
Ooh, that's a good question.
If they start every sentence with, well, Zillow says, I know it's going to be a long appointment.
One thing people don't realize, we're not judging the house. We're evaluating whether we can actually help. I look and see if they trust us? Were they realistic? Are they actually motivated? Will they actually follow the recommendations that we suggest? And did they ask good questions? Because if they're asking just basic general questions, that's not enough to really do that. But there has been some appointments where the house needed almost nothing. It was a great house, great neighborhood, great family. Those are the easy ones, and those are few and far in between. But then there are appointments where you realize they don't actually want advice. They just want someone to validate the price that they've already decided. That happens too.
Yeah, that's right.
So I tell you, if your CMA is based on what your cousin got 3 years ago, we might have a problem with this.
Absolutely.
I think something sellers don't realize, we're also asking ourselves, can we represent the home well? Is the home clean enough? Is the seller going to cooperate? It's a big one.
Yeah.
Will they stage? Does it need staging? Are photos going to matter? They're going to matter.
Mm-hmm.
If someone refuses professional pictures or doesn't want to declutter, won't let us schedule showings, that's not us being difficult. That's us trying to figure out how we're supposed to compete with every other listing.
No doubt.
You can't hide clutter by turning the lights off.
No, you can't. And I think just put a brown paper bag over
Yeah,
there
no
and
doubt.
just listen to us talk about
Yeah.
the whole thing. Well, anyway, I think one of the biggest misconceptions is people think realtors are sitting in the car making fun of a house. We're not.
No, we're usually trying to solve problems.
Exactly. We're asking, how do we get this family the most money possible?
Because I'm going to tell you, every challenge has a solution. Price, marketing, condition, presentation, timing. Those are all conversations that we actually have.
Right.
And let me tell you, I've walked into $1 million homes that needed tens of thousands of dollars of worth of cleaning. I've walked into $300,000 homes that look like a magazine. Price doesn't determine presentation at all.
And let me tell you, buyers will notice everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
They will. They will.
They'll overlook granite countertops, but they'll never forget a bad smell.
Oh, heavens no.
All right, guys, I'm going to give you a funny rapid fire here real quick. What's something buyers always notice?
Dog smell.
All right.
Dirty baseboards.
Yeah, that's definite. Light bulbs burned out.
Dead grass. Curb appeal is everything in your first presentation, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Family photos covering every single wall.
Oh, man, don't forget those ceiling stains.
Yeah, and
Oh.
again, talk about curb appeal, overgrown landscaping, not trimmed hedges. Big turnoff.
Now, here's the funny part of all that. Sellers never notice those things anymore because they live with them almost every single day.
That's true. It's just natural to them.
So if you're selling your home, this is what I want you to do. I want you to walk outside, wait, count like 10 seconds, walk back in, and pretend you've never seen it before. You'll notice things you have never noticed in years. Now, that was before the listing agreement is signed. Now, what about after an offer comes in? Because trust me, those conversations are completely different. So what really happens after you submit an offer? So you found the house, you fell in love with it, you've spent hours looking at homes, finally found the one, and now we've submitted your offer. Most buyers think the hard part is over. Honestly, the work is just getting started.
This is probably one of the biggest misconceptions in real estate. People think once you hit send on the offer, everyone just sits around waiting.
Mhm.
That couldn't be further from the truth. Let me tell you, they could not be further from the
No,
truth.
it's not.
Listing agents immediately reviews the offer, check financing strength, reviews the down payment and make sure it's in within 3 days, reviews closing timeline, consider seller's needs, sometimes calls the lender before anything else, and sometimes multiple offer arrives at the same time. So they got to weed through and present them accordingly to their seller.
Very true. Do you actually think the listing agent immediately reviews the offer?
Immediately?
Yeah.
The listing agent immediately?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's even fast enough. People always ask, do they like my offer? Honestly, we're asking, can this buyer actually close? So we got to go through them and make sure that everything looks good, when we present it to them. And if not, we need to explain, hey, this may or may not go through, and explain why. A pretty offer with shaky financing is like putting racing stripes on a lawnmower.
Or a Kia.
Or a Kia, for sure. For sure.
The funny thing is, the highest offer isn't always the best offer. Cashing versus financing offer. Cash is going to be less contract contingencies, quicker closings, less risk to the sellers. Another issue they need to be prepared for is an appraisal gap. If you're financing your home, your lender will require an appraisal to ensure the home's value. Make sure it covers the loan. It's pretty common these amounts don't match. The most common contract we use is NIFAR as is.
Mm-hmm.
There's no low appraisal financial contingency in the standard contract.
Mm-mm.
We
There's no-
personally include the appraisal contingency addendum in these offers. It's just an additional level of protection for buyers. With this addendum, if the appraised value falls below the specified amount, buyers can provide a copy to the sellers. You can cancel a contract, keep your escrow deposit. Without it, there's no protection. Buyers can cancel or default, lose their binder, or the buyer is responsible to pay the difference between the purchase price and the appraisal amount.
Right.
Wow.
Inspection requests is another big one. Is it lender required? Is it like a structural issue? Because that's going to be a big one. You're going to know, you should know what could be popping up on your inspection as a homeowner.
Mm-hmm.
Be prepared for that. Listing agent should be able to prepare you for that as well.
Yeah.
The roof sold. If you communicate these things to your agent, they can communicate with the buyer's agent. More communication, the less issues to find out later in the contract. And that's when it hurts most.
Yeah. Did actually based on the kind of financing you get, inspections are going to be super crucial. So you as an agent actually setting them up for what they need to know is really important.
Yeah, like a mobile home will require a little bit more inspections in your house.
Structural engineer report it.
Yeah.
You know the roof's not gonna fly.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell your sellers a cash offer might be more appealing, and also be prepared for that price cut based off of the roof.
Sure.
Seller occupancy, that's another one. The post occupancy agreements.
Yeah, those are coming around. I got one right now. That's gonna be doing that.
I hate those. I feel like there's so much liability there. I haven't been on one, but
I'll walk you through it. It's pretty easy.
not as stressful as it seems.
No, not at all.
And earnest money. If there's a risk that it's going to fall through, maybe ask for a higher earnest money deposit.
Yeah, you can do that.
It's just communication. If you communicate what concerns you have, your needs, your agent's going to be able to help you throughout the transition. A little prepared. If seller A needs 3 extra weeks after closing and buyer B offers that, sometimes that beats another offer with slightly higher prices. Real estate isn't always about the biggest number. Sometimes a flexible closing date is worth more than another $5,000.
No doubt. One conversation buyers never hear is between realtors. We discuss about calling lender, asking about buyer strength, discussing the appraisal concerns, multiple offer strategy, the seller motivation, kind of where they're at with, and possible concessions that are going to come out, and definitely the timeline. I always call the listing agent and ask what's important to the seller. Maybe they need a faster close. Maybe they need a rent back. Maybe they already bought another home. Those conversations completely change on how we structure the offer for you.
Yeah. And it gives you a little bit of leverage once you find those things out too.
Yep. And sometimes we're negotiating everything except who's mowing the lawn.
Yeah,
we do.
But you have to communicate that with your agent too.
Yeah,
so they can support you as best.
What makes an offer stand out?
A local lender.
Strong communication.
Yeah.
Definitely proof of funds.
Reasonable expectations.
Actually answering your phone. You would be surprised.
I can't laugh at that because that it's actually frustrating.
It is, and it happens more often than not.
It is way more important than people realize, and I don't understand why there's realtors out there that don't understand that's important to answer the phone. I've had buyers disappear right after submitting an offer.
Then the listing agent calls. We can't keep our buyers either.
Meanwhile, everybody thinks negotiations have stopped when really we're waiting for someone to answer a text.
Yeah, that's the truth.
That's all it is. Answer your phone. Seriously. When you're buying a house, this isn't the week to go off the grid. It isn't.
No, it's not.
We already have a hard enough time getting a hold of a listing agent. So if you're buying a house, maybe you don't take that 3-day fishing trip with no cell phone service.
Not only buying, if you're selling too.
Not that too. My gosh.
I close Friday. My buyers went on vacation for a week.
What's funny is when you have a buyer or a seller that comes out and says, I don't answer my phone on Sundays.
Oh.
No post on Sundays, Harry.
And no showings.
Yeah. So that's a difficult one to handle.
Yeah. Well,
because you may get your offer in.
Here's a little mini lesson for everybody. So here's something buyers don't hear. Sometimes your realtor is negotiating for hours and you never know. Not because we're hiding anything, it's because we're trying to solve problems before they become your problems. Speaking of buyers, let's talk about something buyers accidentally do that hurts their chances before they even know they've made a mistake. But before we get into that, it's game time.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, Waggy.
I got a good one for you, this one.
You think?
I say that every time, don't I?
Yeah. Have you read through it yet?
This one?
Yeah. The algorithm?
No.
We'll see. Let's all find out together, shall we?
This one is called, Would You Tell the Client?
Okay.
All right.
Would you tell the client?
Yeah, would you tell the client?
Okay.
So I'm going to read something we've all either have thought of or actually said in the car after an appointment. And you guys actually honestly have to say you said it to a client or you thought of it or you've never thought of it at all.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Yep.
Okay. The seller's price is about $50,000 too high. Would you tell him?
Yes.
I'm glad you answered that question correctly. I'm glad that you guys did that. All right, next one. Your house smells like dogs. Would you tell them?
Yes.
Wow, you guys are all over it.
The buyer feedback's going to say it anyway, but yeah.
I mean, you really wouldn't usually blame it on the weather and suggest opening some windows?
No, heavens no.
If the dog greets me before the homeowner does, we've got a problem.
God, I have a horror story on that, but I cannot get into a tangent today.
Let's not. Huh. How about this one? Please stop talking during showings.
Oh my God. Well, yeah. If there's cameras, I would say it. Like, hey, there's cameras. Let's not talk about this right now.
Well, I always forewarn, hey, they may have cameras in the house. Just be careful what you say. Every house, because you don't know. And you don't want to say nothing to hurt their feelings, even though it may be true.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Nobody buys a house because they heard where you bought the backsplash from or that you've replaced something else in your house. Anyway. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Your family member is giving terrible advice. Would you tell a buyer that?
No. They're a family member or my family member?
No.
Like they're
Yeah, I would
you
tell
got to
them.
tell them that. Hey,
Yeah,
your
yeah,
family
yeah.
member
Yeah,
giving
no, if they're a
shitty
family
advice.
member, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No?
maybe a little
Yeah.
nicer.
Yeah, I
than
would tell them.
Like, maybe
Yeah, I
a
would
little
tell
nicer.
them. Yeah. I wouldn't think twice about it.
I know it
Sometimes
always
too blunt.
starts with what my dad says. Well, guess what, guys? Your dad bought a house in 1994.
Yeah.
The market has changed a little bit since dial-up internet, people. All right, ready?
Yep.
You should tell these people, you should probably buy the house. Have you ever told anybody that?
No,
No?
I will
I
not
don't
tell
want
them
that
about
pressure.
it.
No way.
No.
No?
No, it's their decision, not mine.
No, I'm not buying it.
My job is to tell them the pros and cons and let them make an educated decision on that.
I agree. I wouldn't actually say you should buy this house or you should probably buy this house. But after seeing a whole bunch and knowing what they want, I would actually tell them, hey, you guys should consider probably looking at making an offer on this house. And I would talk about the timing and a few other things of where they're at.
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons. We'll just keep it that. Pros
Yeah.
and cons. All right. Well, again, a shitty ass game. But I got a bonus round for you.
All right.
Oh.
All right. I'm going to say the first. I'm going to have you guys finish these sentences that I'm going to say. Okay.
All right.
Say the first thing that comes to mind. Buyer always. They always wait too long.
Not always, but most of the time, way too long.
They can fall in love with the wrong things.
Shoot, no transactions the same as we discussed. So there's a
No.
plethora of different things I could put there, but I'm trying to think about the more common.
That's what do you think a seller always says?
My house should be priced for this when it should be priced for that.
I love it. They love their house more than the market does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here's one that I hear.
All right.
I think the buyers won't notice that.
Oh, yeah.
You tell the missus, do you remember what they paid for improvements? I don't remember. No.
No,
Well, here's one. This is the last one, I promise. What's realtors always say?
we can negotiate the best deal for you.
Check your phone. Again, I am striking out. This is almost a month in a row that I haven't had great games. My bad.
We won't hold it against you. Not
Please
this
not.
time.
All right, let's jump back into about things buyers do that hurt their chances without even realizing it.
Okay.
And I don't think buyers wake up trying to sabotage themselves, but sometimes they actually do.
Yeah, the first one, shopping outside your budget. Looking online before lender approval. Want that $1 million home when they have a $300,000 budget. Emotional attachment. They see the house of their dreams. They can't afford it.
Yeah.
Payment shock. Once they figure it out and they hadn't, the lender tells them what the monthly payment's going to be. Ouch. And comparing unrealistic homes, what they can afford. So if you budget is $400,000.
Ooh, we're doing some math. I like this.
Yep. Please stop touring the $550,000 house because everything after that feels terribly disappointing.
No doubt.
HGTV has ruined more expectations than interest rates.
That's very, very true. Actually, we need to say that a couple
Yeah.
more times
Yep.
with this thing.
No doubt.
My gosh.
I think my biggest one is buyers waiting too long,
Mm-hmm.
sleeping on good homes, assuming it'll still be there,
That is so aggravating.
waiting for another price drop just leads to losing opportunities, especially if we've seen a few. Like we know what
Mm-hmm.
is in this market that meet your needs. When we find that house,
I can feel it for them.
Well, I tell you what, I've had that actually happen. They waited and the house went under contract within the hour before they decided to submit the offer after they looked at it 3 times.
Oh, my God.
Then they saw a house. They wanted to think about it for a week, went to put the offer in and it went under contract 2 days, the day. So that is a real listing.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's a
it
real
happens
thing.
more often than not. So
Yeah.
don't wait.
Don't wait.
That house isn't waiting for you to finish dinner.
Nope. It's not.
No.
I'll tell you, my biggest mistake buyers make comparing every house to the first house. There's no perfect house, guys. Everything's different. Priorities change. You got to focus on your needs. The long-term thinking thing
Yeah.
that comes up too as well. Buyers fall in love with house number one. It's always the case. It's funny because my wife and I looked at 32 houses when we bought ours online for the most part. We didn't put our realtor through that. But we went back to the first one. The very first one's the one we bought. Going back to that house number one, they spend the next 4 months trying to recreate it. Sometimes the better house is number 6.
If you got to 6, something wasn't right about 1. You went with it.
Yeah.
We saw 5 additional houses. It might not be the one.
Might not be the one. All right, I'm going to throw out some mistakes. I want you guys to tell me right away what you think, okay? First thing comes to mind. I'm trying to get you guys to just react to these. I think it's great.
All right.
All right, here we go. We're going to wait till after the election. I heard that before.
Yeah, you might, but the market won't.
All right, how about this one? We're waiting for rates to hit 4%.
That could be possible. It might. They might not. Don't build your entire plan around predictions.
No doubt. All right, we don't need to get it pre-approved yet.
That's like a wedding venue before you're engaged, right?
Buddy, that is 100% right. That is 100% right. How about this one? We'll just make a really low offer.
That's a real good strategy. Use someone else's offers at their price.
Yeah. How about this one? We don't need our realtor at a new construction office.
Ooh.
And that's how buyers accidentally leave money and representation on the table.
You ever got a really bad ticket while speeding and you go into court and that other lawyer is sitting across the table from you thinking he's going to help you out?
Absolutely not. He's got other things on his mind, doesn't he?
And that's right. Well, I think the biggest thing buyers never hear is this. Your realtor wants you to buy the right house and not just any house.
Absolutely. I'd rather lose a deal than help someone buy the wrong house.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something buyers don't always realize. Sometimes when we tell you, I don't think this is the right house, it's because we're looking out for your future, not just trying to get you to the closing table.
We're thinking resale, insurance, the roof, flood zones, the neighborhood that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Things that may not matter today, but absolutely will make a change or affect something 5 years from now.
Absolutely.
And your agent's not emotional in this buying process. Like, we know your wants and needs. If we say it might not be the right house, we're not thinking on emotion. Maybe listen.
Absolutely. So we've talked about the buyer situation, okay? And now we're going to talk about sellers, right? Because there are conversations that happen behind every listing that sellers almost never hear.
And honestly, if more sellers understood these conversations, their homes would probably sell faster.
I definitely couldn't agree more on that. So we're going to start with one that surprises people. And where your home isn't selling, our first conversation usually isn't the price is too high. It's why aren't buyers connecting with this home? You know, I always have those conversations, at least with myself and with the team. Are the photos strong enough? Is the home showing well? Is there enough marketing? Is the first impression good? Is online traffic converting into showings? Are buyers seeing something sellers aren't? You know, I've had homes priced perfectly, but the photos didn't tell the story. I've had homes priced a little high, but still sold quickly because the buyer fell in love with it online. It's a crapshoot sometimes, but the best thing to do is be prepared. But I'll tell you what, people don't decide whether they like your house faster than they decide on what to watch on Netflix.
Yeah.
No doubt. I always tell sellers the internet gets buyers to the driveway. The house gets them through the front door. Online impressions, that always gets them interested in the home. Curb appeal, as we discussed earlier, landscaping. That is a huge critical point because if it's not well taken care of, they think the house isn't either. Landscaping, same thing. Smells. As we
That is
touched
a
on.
big one.
That's like the hardest thing to get past
Yeah.
is the smells.
Yeah, the cleanliness of the home, and the lighting, all those make a huge difference in presentation of the house. You can't Febreze 10 years of a window.
No, you can't. And neither can you do 15 years of Virginia Slim smoking
No.
with the ashtray you made for him in 4th grade.
Oh, my goodness. Ain't that the truth?
I think sellers underestimate one thing: emotion. Buyers buy emotionally, justifying later with numbers. Presentation matters, and they need to feel welcomed.
Mm-hmm.
They need to feel like your house is for sale and ready for sale. Envision themselves in it. Because when buyers walk in, they're asking themselves, can I picture Christmas here? Can I picture my kids here? Can I picture coming here after work? Nobody has ever bought a house because of the water heater.
No,
Never.
nobody has, but
They'll walk away from an old
away
one.
from it because of
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
No,
My gosh,
even better when that's like
that's absolutely correct.
I love when the
That's
water
funny.
heater is like the biggest highlight in the MLS description.
Oh yeah,
Oh gosh.
tankless water heater. Guess what? Every new home has them.
But like that's the best thing in the MLS description. And you're like, oh gosh,
Oh boy.
I don't think we should.
Well, here's another conversation sellers never have. We're reading every single showing feedback, looking for a pattern. So 1 opinion means little, 5 opinions means something, 10 opinions usually reveal the truth. Separate emotional comments from the actionable feedback that we get. That is so important. It's hard for me sometimes to send, these feedbacks to the seller, but I usually give them an upfront, hey, just be prepared. You may not like what you hear, but you got to hear it. And, they just kind of brush it off. But, I had one buyer saying, I didn't like the paint color. That doesn't concern me.
No.
But 8 buyers saying that the home felt dark. Now we've got something we need to address.
That's right. Patterns don't lie.
And that's why we encourage sellers not to take the feedback personally. Your house isn't ugly. It just hasn't met its buyer yet.
Yeah.
No doubt. I think one thing sellers don't realize is we're rooting for them.
When your house sells, everybody wins.
Nobody wants a listing sitting on the market.
We actually lose sleep over listings. Seriously. So every realtor has refreshed MLS 400 times, wondering if that showing turned into an offer. I don't know if I do that a lot, but I do worry about that. I don't think I refresh the MLS a lot.
How much time passes before you reach out to the buyer's agent for feedback? Like if they haven't.
I had a showing yesterday and I didn't hear from them yesterday evening. So I texted them and I still haven't heard from them.
You guys wait that long?
Well, he showed it around 11:15 to be exact, 20-minute showing.
Yeah, 20 minutes showing, 11:15 in the morning.
Yep.
They're going to call for me in the afternoon.
Yeah. So I'm going to call him today.
There you go.
Buyer's agents, come on. Give feedback.
Yeah, please.
Please.
Give the feedback.
It's important. Feedback's important.
You appreciate it as a listing agent. So
I actually had that conversation with a customer while we're there. Or if I don't do it right after the showing, I will get with the buyers and say, hey guys, what you think about this one? What you think about that one? And then I supply the feedback right after. I do it the same day. It's within 24 hours.
Well, I do it same day, and it might be because I might have scheduled 4 or 5 showings, but I wait till the end of the showings because I'm not going to do it while I'm driving because you're going to drive from, house A to house B to house C, and I'm not going to do it right there in front of them either. So,
right. I'm going to give them honest feedback.
Yep.
And if I don't, then I don't feel like I'm doing that seller any justice.
Agreed.
With that.
And a lot of the times they need someone else to be bad cop. Let the buyer's agent be bad cop.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, they're not going to hold the vendetta against you.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, all buying agents out there, because we have quite a few listings on the team, please leave us feedback. It's important.
Yep.
All right. Enough about pulling the curtain back. Let's talk about one of the communities everybody's asking about here lately. And this is going to be our Northeast Florida kind of spotlight section of the show. And we're going to talk about Laurelton. We've talked about several brand new communities here in Northeast Florida, and especially down in Green Cove Springs in Clay County. So if you've been driving around Green Cove Springs lately, you've probably heard the name Laurelton. This isn't just another subdivision. It's one of the largest master plan communities coming to Northeast Florida.
And the community, it has everyone talking. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, so let's break it down. What is Laurelton? Laurelton is a brand new 3,300 acre master plan community in Green Cove Springs that's being designed around outdoor living, connected neighborhoods, and long-term growth, not just rows of houses. The vision includes an extensive preserved green space, parks, trails, recreation, and future commercial and medical services all within the community.
Yeah, I saw a little plot or a outline of this community, and they got medical buildings, educational buildings right there in the property. So I think that's a pretty neat asset right there.
That is. So over that 3,300 acres, they've got planned for thousands of homes over multiple phases. That future village feel, I guess, again, the trails, the parks, and the recreation is going to be cool. The medical campus is going to be neat and convenient access.
What I like is they're trying to build an actual lifestyle, not just another place to sleep.
And we've been talking about that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Walkability is a big thing there. Nature, as you were talking about how they're putting it out. Community gathering, outdoor living, and future growth. You could tell this wasn't designed around squeezing in as many houses as possible. They're putting a huge emphasis on walking trails, parks, recreation, community events. That's where I think they're getting it right. My watch might finally hit 10,000 steps if I were to live there. Finally.
The only time mine really does that is when I'm at a theme park.
No doubt.
Well, families are going to love this.
Mm-hmm.
Parks, playgrounds, future amenities, growing schools, open space, family activities. That's kind of scarce these days. They're going to
not anymore. It's coming full force over here in Clay County.
And in Clay County and Green Cove, there's just so many areas that are growing like that.
Oh yeah,
it's coming. When parents ask us, where can our kids finally go outside and play? Laurelton checks a lot of those boxes.
Absolutely.
No doubt. I mean, this place isn't going to be your typical neighborhood pool and mailbox kind of situation. I mean, they're going to have a farm stand. There's going to be a pond, not like retention ponds we see, but it's going to be an actual legitimate pond. The recreational complex is supposed to be awesome. The practice grounds, I'll talk about that for a minute. That's pretty cool. The medical campus is such a big thing. I can't wait to share more information about that. But miles of trails, they're going to have a fishing pier, a boardwalk.
Wow.
And of course, your pickleball, your baseball, soccer fields, splash areas. This is cool. Golf practice area. That's going to be neat. Community gathering spaces. The future event lawn. That's going to be neat. The community also plans features like a waterfront pond with walking paths and a fishing pier, sports fields, the pickleball courts, a short game golf practice area. That sounds cool. Like that. And a 24-acre medical complex that's all connected by the trails and green space. Wouldn't you like to walk to work?
Heck yeah.
The jobs this is bringing too. This is huge.
You know, they're going to have a farm stand and amenity center that's also planned to include pavilions, a splash pad, playgrounds with that putting green and pickleball courts.
My favorite has to be the golf practice area.
It is.
Now I can slice into the woods without leaving the neighborhood.
I like the walking trails. People underestimate just how much that changes everyday life.
It does make a huge difference, especially evening time and especially over in Green Cove. Seems like we get to enjoy the sunsets better over here.
Right. And the good thing about those walking trails, as you were talking about, you don't have to get worried about get hit by a car. You can actually
not at
walk
all.
off
Maybe
the
a
street.
golf ball.
Yeah, maybe a golf ball if I'm out there for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. But right now, buyers can look at homes from David Weekley Homes and Richmond American Homes with multiple floor plans collections that range from roughly anywhere between 1,500 square feet to more than 3,500 square feet, depending on the builder and the collection that they're offering. The additional builders could join us in the future as these phases open up. Homes are currently starting in the upper 300s.
And don't make the mistake of walking into one of those model homes without your realtor. That's us.
Exactly, because we know about it. We have the relationships about it. I know I've been out there a few times already, and I can't wait for Dane and I and maybe some of the rest of the team members to do videos on that. So that's coming.
Looking forward to that.
But, the builders the builder contracts are important. Negotiation, the lot selection is going to be important. You're going to have a design center, those builder incentives, resale advice, future value. Now, let me think. The reason why it's important to have a realtor to go with you, because those builder incentives, if they get told that day that they can't do it no more, we know what kind of incentives is going on. And we can kind of ask for that, and they're more than likely going to honor it because we know about it. If you don't know, don't ask. Get with a realtor that knows and has a relationship with these builders that understand the incentives, that can get you the most off and negotiate the right price. That is what you need to do.
Right.
But people think the sales rep that just works for me. No, they work for the builder. Okay. They're great people, but they are representing the builder's interest. That's why you should always bring somebody like us, especially to new community. So who should buy here? I think Laurelton is perfect for
families,
people relocating,
anyone really wanting new construction without paying some of the premiums you're seeing closer to Jacksonville. I also like it for people who want to get into a community early and watch it grow over time. So for you locals, if you've been curious about Laurelton or really any of the new communities popping up across Clay County, I want you to give us a call. We've toured these communities. We're filming these communities. We're providing you with content on YouTube. We know the builders. We know the contracts, and we'd love to help you compare all your options before you make a decision on these.
I hope today's episode gave people a little perspective. Buying and selling a home isn't just paperwork. There are dozens of conversations happening behind the scenes, all focused on getting the best outcome for our clients.
And the biggest takeaways is this. Your realtor should be your advocate, not just someone opening doors. The more open and honest the communication, the better the experience, for sure.
Well, Dane, I couldn't have said that any better, bud. Real estate isn't just about contracts. It's about people, emotions, and timing, and definitely problem solving.
Yes.
And a lot of what happens behind the scenes never gets seen. And that's why we wanted to make this episode for you guys to kind of really talk about what really goes into helping someone buy or sell a home. So if you got value from today's episode, do us a favor, okay? Like this video, like the podcast, share it, subscribe to our channel on YouTube, subscribe to our podcast, share it with someone who you're thinking about buying or selling. And if you have a question and you've always wondered about real estate, drop it in the comments below. Who knows?
Even call us. Get to know us.
Oh, we've got to do Bridget. Yeah, look at
yeah, she's like, goose call. But no, we're on every single social media platform. We're on YouTube. Dane always likes to say, get to know us. I always say that I got a face for radio. These guys don't. Give them a call. Let them show you these new communities. We know everything there is to know about them and more. And we'd love to show you around. If you got a house to list before you move to this new community, give us a call too. But we hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next time.